Cassius Clay had changed his name to Muhammad Ali after a shocking win over Sonny Liston in February of 1964. But in a sign of the times and America's reluctance to buy into Ali's conversion, their rematch was billed as Clay-Liston 2. The fight's promoters had a hard time finding a venue. They were turned away from Boston because of a state licensing snafu and ended up in a small auditorium in the tiny town of Lewiston, Maine. Like in the old days, a heavyweight championship fight was about to put a small American town on the map. The press and the public were concerned about Liston's ties to organized crime and about Ali's recently announced affiliation with the black Muslims. Malcolm X had been assassinated 3 months earlier in Harlem, and rumors had spread that black Muslim defectors were going to kill Ali to avenge Malcolm's death. Other reports had it that there could be a war between Ali's Muslim backers and Liston's mafia ties. Pre-fight excitement, though, was minimal in the mill town of Lewiston, whose residents dubbed the fight the shame of Maine. Now, however, it was to become the scene of one of the most controversial fights in history. Ali was a 13-10 underdog, despite reports that Liston's handlers had paid his sparring partners extra money just to make Sonny look good. Let's go now to the heavyweight championship rematch between Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston, Lewiston, Maine, May 25th, 1965.
Shake hands, come out, fight.
The champion says a prayer in his corner. Clay takes the lead at the start. As he did the night he won the title, Clay uses the ring, makes Liston look slow. Liston stalks, tries for the body. As Liston reaches with a left lead, Clay will counter with a right over the left and drop the challenger. Let's look at the slow motion and listen to the champion's comments.
I'm glad you're showing this in slow motion. I see why now. So fast, I don't guess you can see me in real action.
with the right.
Look at that beautiful grace, fella. You've never seen a man in history move like this. Notice that. Ain't that beautiful? Dodging all of those powerful punches. You notice him floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. That's the old saying.
Here's that left lead and the right counter. We asked the champion what he was shouting at Liston.
Tell the bum to get up and fight.
Jersey Joe Walcott, late in waving play to a neutral corner, then unable to pick up the knockdown, crosses the ring, leaves the fighters on their own.
Of the first round, 1 minute of the first round, the winner by a knockout, and still the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali.
The announced time is incorrect. By timing our film, we're able to establish that the knockout came at 1 minute 57 and 2/3 seconds, and that Liston was down 17 and 1/3 seconds in this, one of the most controversial of all title fights.
If you recognize the referee from some of the fights you've seen on ESPN Classic, you're definitely a boxing fan. Referee and former fighter Jersey Joe Walcott was so preoccupied with getting Ali into a neutral corner that he lost track of the knockdown count. Once he was reminded that Liston had been down for well over 10 seconds, Walcott stopped the fight. There were screams of fix from the small crowd, but Ali claimed he had simply done Liston in with his anchor punch, which he had learned from a member of his entourage, the 73-year-old comedian Stepin Fetchit. So Ali's first defense of his title was a success. He would successfully defend it 8 more times before being stopped in 1967 by an unexpected opponent, the United States government. That's when Ali refused to be drafted, declaring himself a conscientious objector based on his religious principles as a member of the Nation of Islam. It wasn't until 1970 that Ali would come out of exile and eventually win back his title.